Yo, what up? How you guys doing out there today? This is your boy Roto Beast, and I'm here to present you our opening day MLB picks for Thursday, March 29th. Hey, we've been waiting for MLB for a couple months now. NBA definitely started getting a little crazy on us towards the end, but hey, we don't give up and we fight through no matter what. I'm just happy we got a fresh start. MLB first day. I'm super excited. All right. One thing I will note, it is opening day. We gotta wait a couple weeks into the MLB season before we could really start betting heavy. I do definitely recommend betting light. A lot of people got traded. A lot of people, are in different roles, even if they're on their same team. So we definitely got to let it play out for a couple weeks and kind of let things get flowing so we can see what's going on with teams, what's going on with players, if they've progressed during the offseason or they regressed during the offseason. So like I said, we got to wait a couple weeks to really start going hard on MLB, but I am happy that it is back and we are going to start tomorrow. The money team, we're going to be playing early only and main slate for both Fanduel and DraftKings. If you want to play the actual lineups that we're playing every single day, visit our website at www.rotobeast.net. We actually still have, it's up till tomorrow, our MLB pre-order special. $150 covers you for all MLB season plus playoffs. That's 7-8 months worth of lineups every single day. It comes out to less than $1 a day. So this is your last chance to take advantage of this deal. Hit my website up. Take advantage of that deal. Let's get started tomorrow. Let's start getting this money. One more thing I wanted to say. Hey, thank you guys very much for all the likes on yesterday's video. I got 160 plus likes. The likes really help me out, and I really appreciate it. So before we jump into this video and get started, if you don't mind, please click that like button below. Let's get this MLB started off right with this video. Getting a tons of likes. I really appreciate it. I do this for you guys absolutely free. So just help your boy out a little bit, all right? So yeah, drop a like on this video if you haven't already. Please make sure to click that subscribe button below. This way you can watch all of our MLB, NBA, NFL videos. And let's jump into this slate. So I'm going to go over the games first, and then we're going to get going into the picks. And like I said, this is the very first day of MLB. So there's a lot of unknowns going into tomorrow. Plus, pretty much every team has their absolute best pitcher on the mound. So, hey, don't hold me too much to this video. I'm going to try my absolute best. I've been digging into the MLB slate for tomorrow for the past 2 hours. So I feel like I do got some definitely solid picks for you. Let's just get going. So first, we'll start with the games, and then we'll jump into the picks like we do with our NBA videos. We'll start first with Minnesota going into Baltimore to face the Orioles. This game has a... so Baltimore's favored by 1.5 in this game, 1.5 runs in this game. Then you got Houston going into Texas to face the Rangers. Houston's favored by 1.5. Next, we got the Yankees going into Toronto to face the Blue Jays. This game, New York is favored by 1.5. You got the Angels going into Oakland to face the A's. The Angels are favored by 1. You got the Brewers going into San Diego to face the Padres. Milwaukee's favored by 1. You got the Red Sox going into Tampa Bay to face the Rays. The Boston is favored by 1.5. Then you got Philadelphia going into Atlanta to face the Braves. Philadelphia is actually favored by 1.5 in this game. Then we got Chicago White Sox going into KC to face the Royals. KC is favored by 1.5. Next, we got the Giants going into LA to face the Dodgers. The Dodgers are favored by 2 runs in this game. You got the Rockies going into Arizona to face the Diamondbacks. Arizona is favored by 1 in this game. And then lastly, we got the Cleveland Indians going into Seattle to face the Mariners. And Cleveland's favored by 1.5. So that's kind of where we're at on this 11-game slate. One thing we will know is Washington at Cincinnati has already been postponed, so you can kind of throw that out the window, and it turns into an 11-game slate instead of a 12-game slate, which is fine. At least we know ahead of time, so we don't waste our time digging into that game at all. Let's just jump into these picks. Okay, so we will start at pitcher. There's a couple clear-cut pitchers on the higher end. Okay, so real quick, one more thing. Like I said, I'm sorry I'm over-elaborating right now. It's the first video of MLB season, so I want to make it clear what I'm going to try to do. So what I'm going to try to do every single day, I'm going to try to give you the top three players at each position, and then I'm going to try to give you the top 2 value plays at each position to give you a total of 5 core plays at each position. All right, so we'll jump into it. You got Clayton Kershaw going against the Giants. I mean, Clayton Kershaw is the best pitcher in the league. Anytime he's on the mound, pretty much he's a chalk play, and he deserves to be. I mean, the guy has massive K upside. I like him, once again tomorrow at home going against the Giants. He is favored. He's probably going to be the top pitcher overall on the slate. Then you got Kleber going into Seattle to face the Mariners. I mean, he's only 300 less than Clayton Kershaw, so I'm definitely going to go to Clayton Kershaw in this spot. But he's a solid play that you're going to get at low ownership. You got Chris Sale. He's day-to-day with the hip. He is still expected to start tomorrow going against Tampa Bay. I mean, Chris Sale, he's top 3 pitcher in the league. Top 5 pitcher, I would say, in the league. I mean, the guy had a really good season last year in his first year with Boston. I definitely think he's going to, have another monster year again this year. So I do like him. And then we're going to go a little bit on the cheaper end. A couple of guys I'm looking at on the cheaper end for GPP. We're looking at a guy like Felix Hernandez. I know he's going against Cleveland, and Cleveland is definitely a tough matchup. Cleveland is actually favored as well. But this price is just crazy cheap on Felix Hernandez. So I definitely think that you could kind of look at him for GPP. 6,400 is just dirt cheap for him. He's a guy who has multiple Cy Young awards behind him. He's a great pitcher. And like I said, they're not showing him no respect. So I definitely think he's a solid play. Also, you got, Julio Teheran going into at home, going against Philadelphia. This has been a guy who's always pitch better at home compared to away. Philadelphia, I mean, they're a solid young team, don't get me wrong, but they're not a team that absolutely scares me. And we know that Teheran definitely has some upside in this matchup, so I like him on the cheaper end of GPP. Next, we'll go to it's combined now. It's not catcher and then second base. Now it's catcher and pitcher. So, if I say more catchers or I say more first basemen, it really doesn't matter. We're just looking for the best play at this spot. So the first guy I'm going to start with, you got Gary Sanchez. The Yankees have a monster lineup right now. He's projected to bat 4th in their lineup. He's going to be right behind all the big guys. I definitely think he's going to be a great spot. I know he is priced up a little bit, but we know this guy's a monster, and I definitely think that he's going to start the season off strong, and it definitely probably going to be tomorrow. Then I'm gonna go on the cheaper end. There's a bunch of guys on the higher end that's actually pretty good, but I think that this is a spot where we can actually pay down. There's some really good value at this spot. So another guy I'm gonna look at first. We're gonna go with Lucas Duda. I like all Kansas City going against James Shield. The guy was just a gas can last year. Duda switching teams. He's projected to bat 5th in their lineup, so he should get tons of RBI opportunities. A very good price. Then you got Logan Morrison switching teams, going. They're going to be going into Baltimore to face Bundy. He's projected to bat 6th in the lineup. Minnesota's a pretty good team. They have some pretty good hitters. So I definitely think that he's going to get some RBI opportunities as well. And he definitely hits the long ball. So I like Morrison. Then you got Gaddis for Houston going against Cole Hamels. I understand Cole Hamels. He used to be good. He used to be a name. But I'm not really worried about him anymore. A bunch of Houston guys have really good numbers against Cole Hamels, and Gaddis is one of them. He's projected to bat 6th in their order with tons of really good hitters, speed in front of him. So I definitely think he's in a great spot at a very good price. Lastly, I'm going to look at Albert Pujols. This dude is just cheap. I mean, plain and simple, 2,500 is too cheap for Albert Pujols. I know he's getting on the back end of his career, but they're showing him no respect. He has Mike Trout batting in front of him. He's going to get tons of RBI opportunities. And people are actually going to pitch around Mike Trout to get to Pujols, and I definitely think he's going to make him pay for doing that. Tons of time this year, so I'm going to jump on early while the price is low. Next, we'll go to second baseman. Like I said, I like tons of Houston players going against Cole Hamels. I'm going to start Jose Altuve, projected to bat number 3 in this order. Tons of power, tons of speed. This is one of the best lineups in the league. I definitely think they're going to start off tomorrow, and they're going to definitely, give Cole Hamel a rude awakening to this season. That's what I'm expecting. And at Texas, we like targeting Texas field. Balls definitely fly in that stadium. So I'm looking at Jose Altuve. Then you got Brian Dozier. This dude, he's the same thing as Altuve. Combination of speed, combination of power, combination of good batting average. Dozier, 600 less than Altuve if you got to pay down a little bit. He's projected to bat leadoff in this lineup. I love Dozier. I don't have really much to say about him. I really like him in this spot. You can look at a guy like Merrifield. I love all the Royals as well, going against the gas can, James Shields. He's projected to bat number 2 in their lineup. He's another guy. He steals bases. He hits for home runs. Those are the guys I like. They're not just I can only get singles, or I can only, get a walk and get a stolen base. No, I like guys who can steal bases, get home runs, hit doubles, drive in runs. So he's another guy that I'm really looking at tomorrow. Next, we will go down a little bit. DJ LeMahieu, very fair price tag in Arizona, a ballpark we absolutely love to target. LeMahieu, he's going to bat number 2 in the order like he has in previous years. They got a pretty stacked lineup, as always. 2,800 very fair. He's been at the top of the leaderboard the past couple seasons in hits. So I do like LeMahieu. And then we're going to go down a little bit, get a couple value plays. I do like Jed Lowry. He's projected to bat number 3 in the A's order. The guy had a very good year last year. They're showing him zero respect right now with the 2,300 price tag. He averaged almost 10 fantasy points on the season last year. And he's one of those guys, every year he's been getting better. So I think he's too cheap. I really like him on the cheaper end. Lastly, we're going to look at a guy, Devon Travis. I don't really want to target the Yankees pitcher, what is it? Severino. He's a good pitcher, don't get me wrong. But this guy's just dirt cheap. He's projected to bat number 2 in the order. He's a patient hitter. He does have upside. His price is definitely going to get up, fairly quickly. So this is a great buy low opportunity on him and Lowry. Next, we'll go to third base. I'm going to start off with Arenado. We love him against lefties. He's going against a lefty tomorrow. And Patrick Corbin. Corbin's a good pitcher, but, hey, we've seen him get crushed as well. So I like Arenado in Arizona. He's probably honestly going to be the top third baseman on the slate. It's just, can you fit him in or not? Then we're going to go down a little bit. I like a guy like Alex Bregman. He's had, solid success against Cole Hamels in the past. He hits lefties good. He's going to bat number 2 in the lineup around Springer, around Altuve, around Correa. This is a guy they're going to want to pitch to because they're scared of the other guys. He's going to get good pitches, and, he has upside. Like I said, he gets the steals. He gets the, the occasional home runs as well. So I think he's a solid play and a very fair price tag. Moustakas going against James Shields. We're going right back to the well. Kansas City going against James Shield, a lefty against a righty. This is a great spot. He actually has, I think, solid numbers against James Shield for his career. Very fair price in the mid-tier. He's projected to bat number 3 in this lineup. So I do like Moustakas. If we're going to go down a little bit, get a little bit of value, you got Eduardo Escobar. For the Minnesota, their lineup has definitely improved this year. He's projected to bat number 6 in the lineup. He's one of those guys, combination of both. He does a little bit of everything. 21 home runs. He gets occasional stolen bases as well. I just think he's cheap. I think he's a solid value play at the position. He's a switch hitter. So yeah, good play. Lastly, I'm going to look at, where's he at? Valbuena. He's projected to bat sixth in this lineup, going against Graveman, who's a decent pitcher. Yes, I understand. Don't get me wrong, but this guy is just minimum price. He's a guy has massive upside, 2 home run upside any single night. So this is a really good buy low opportunity, and I like Valbuena. Next, we'll go to shortstop. I'm gonna start with Correa. Surprise, another Astro going against Cole Hamels. The guy. He's a beast. That's it. He has 30 fantasy point upside any single slate. The price tag is up a little bit, but it's not totally out of the realm. And they're going to be in Texas, a really good hitters park. So I'm liking Correa. You got Lindor. He's going against King Felix. I'm not really trying to target King Felix, but Lindor, he's a really, really good batter. And King Felix was having a little bit of an issue with injury-wise. So I don't know how deep he's really going to go into this game. That's one thing I will note, even, thinking about playing him as a pitcher, King Felix. So, you can get to Seattle bullpen early. Lindor, I like him. The guy's just a stud. You got Machado going against Minnesota. Machado, I was surprised to see him at shortstop. He's always been at third base. I guess they have him at shortstop this season. The guy has massive upside. He's, top 10 hitter in the league, in my opinion. The price tag is up. If I was going to choose between these three, he would probably be my third favorite of these three, to be honest with you. But it's a tough call. They're all in really good spots. He's projected to bat number 3 in the lineup. Correa is projected to bat cleanup, and then Lindor is projected to bat leadoff. So, I do like leadoff guys because they usually get a chance to get an extra at bat compared to some of the other guys. All three are really fine plays. I'm not really leaning towards any of them quite yet. I have to do a little bit more digging into it. But all of them, like I said, are definitely decent plays for sure. And then we're going to go on the cheaper end. I'm going to look at a guy like Marte. He came over for Arizona last year. And, the numbers aren't, jumping out. But he actually played very well when he came over for them. Very fair price tag. He's projected to bat 7th in the lineup. So a little bit deeper than I really, really want. But, for the price tag, all you really need is for him to get a double and an RBI, and he hits value. So I definitely think that you could look at him on the lower end. Also, you got Arcia. This dude, he's not bad. He's going to be going against a lefty. Richards is a solid lefty. Don't get me wrong. But, hey, I like the Brewers. I think the Brewers are going to be a pretty good hitting team this year. He's projected to bat 7th in the lineup. But, one thing I will note is, the guys who are usually cheaper usually bat lower in the lineup. It's just how it is. But one thing, though, about MLB is I do, for the most part, especially in my cash games, try to stay with players in the top 6 of the order. 7th, I can deal with. But 8th or even 9th, if it's an American League team, I don't really go with those players ever because they usually, get shorted back compared to the guys in the top of the lineup. But I could deal with 7th, especially at a fair price tag. Let's move over to outfield. You got, Mike Trout, best player in the game, in my opinion. Massive upside. He probably has more upside than anybody else on this slate. There's a couple other guys that are probably right there with him. But, hey, love Mike Trout. Think he's in a solid spot. He's projected to bat number 2 in the order. Then you can look at Stanton. Hey, he's going to want to make a very positive debut. The price tag is up. I understand that. But it's Giancarlo Stanton. He's happy to be in New York with the Yankees. Monster lineup. I definitely think that they can get to Toronto's bullpen early. So I'm going to be looking at Stanton. Then we got Springer. Going against Cole Hamels. He has good career numbers. I like batters in Texas. He's a little bit cheaper than the other guy. He has, double dong upside. Plus, he can steal a couple bases. Fair price tag. I think that Springer's, a solid play. He's projected to bat leadoff. Then we got Pollock. I like this guy. Very fair price tag. At home. He's projected to bat number 2. I know I'm saying this about a lot of guys, but these are the guys I target. This guy has home run upside. He has steal upside. I like guys like that. I don't like picking guys who, oh, this guy's just going to get a couple of base hits, or damn, we need this guy to get a home run just so he can hit value for us. No, that's not what I target. I target people who do multiple things. And that's why I keep mentioning it over and over about guys. I'm not trying to sound like a broken record, but those are the guys you really need to target. Pollock is a perfect example of one of those guys. Very fair price tag compared to some of the other guys. So I think he's a solid play. If we want to look for some cheap guys in the outfield, we can look at guys like, where is he at? Where is he at? Sorry, there's tons of players. Let me just put them up. We got John Jay. He's expected to bat leadoff for Kansas City, going against James Shields. This guy, I mean, he doesn't really have home run upside, but I mean, he's a good hitter and he has multiple hit upside. At $2,000, that's absolute bare minimum price. If he gets you two base hits in a run and get you 10 points, you'll be happy with that. I definitely think he can get there, especially going against James Shields. So definitely I like him as a value play. Also, we got my boy. He came home. He wanted to come home. You got Matt Kemp, coming back to the Dodgers. First game back at home, going against a lefty. For his career, he's always batted against better against lefties. Don't get me wrong. He's going to start in left field. They got him projected to bat number 6 in this potent Dodgers lineup. I think this is a really, really fine play. His price tag definitely is going to jump up quickly. So this is a good buy low opportunity. So yeah, hey, I know it's day one. Like I said, we got a lot of things that we got to really learn in the next week or two about what's going on with these players. That's kind of the players that I'm really going to be looking at tomorrow, though. I'm going to jump into these core plays, but before I do, if you haven't already, please make sure and drop that like button below. I really, really appreciate it. Make sure that you're subscribed to this channel. Show your boy some love. And yeah, hey, I'm gonna get into these core plays. But if there's somebody I missed that you're really liking, baseball, there's so many players that we could target. And this is a massive slate. So there's, over 100 players that we can actually consider. So I'm going to miss some people. Don't get me wrong. So if there's somebody that you like, I'm interested in knowing, because I don't want to miss that person if that person's a really good play. So definitely hit me with a comment below if you're liking somebody that I missed. I'm really interested in hearing what you got. And yeah, let's jump into these core plays. I'm going to make it easy. You got Kershaw. He's going to be the cash game play tomorrow, going against the Giants. I mean, there's not really no reason to look around it. Great play. Then I'm going to go with a guy like, I like Gaddis. I like Gaddis a lot. Okay, Gaddis projected to bat 6th. Going against Cole Hamill in Texas. I'm really liking him in that spot. And then we're gonna go. Let me see, for second base. I mean, where is he at? LeMay. I mean, he's just too cheap. My opinion. LeMahieu is honestly just too cheap. That's my honest opinion about it. So I'm really like him. It's a good buy low opportunity. We're going to need some value because we want to get Clayton Kershaw on these lineups, okay? Then we're going to go to third base. Let me see. I'm liking... Let me see. I'm liking Moustakas. I really like Moustakas going against James Shields. I think James Shields is an absolute gas can. At least I'm being honest with you. Shortstop, I like Correa. I really like Correa. Outfield, I'm going to let you figure out who you want to pay up for, okay? My value play, I'm going to go with, I like Matt Kemp. Absolute minimum price. Come on, bro. Hey, you still got $2,900 with this core. I definitely think this is a really solid start for you to get you going on opening day tomorrow. This is for main slate. That is what we focused on. So, yeah, hey, I'm interested in what you guys found that I didn't found. It's the very first day of baseball. Hit me with those comments below. Let's talk some baseball. All right? Hit that like button. I'll talk to you later. Let's have a great and a fun opening day, and let's make some damn money. Peace.